Good evening! No. This is a festive occasion. Good evening! We want to feel you. We need to feel you. Everybody! Hello! We need your attention. Amen. Thank you, sir. I know you own the place, but I'm sorry. We need your attention to be singularly focused right now, right here, because what's about to happen is historic, it's significant, and it's a real change. If you notice, this place used to be called A New Look, and that's what the city is about to get. Woo! A new look. New leadership. It's going to talk about climate control. It's going to talk about education, housing, criminal justice. And actually, I call it the criminal legal system because if you don't have money, you don't get justice. But this mayor is going to do something about that. She's going to talk about housing that is affordable, not to be confused with affordable housing. The two aren't the same. And so what Michelle needs from each and every one of you going forward is as much support as you can bring forward. That's phone banking, that's canvassing, that's contributions. Did I say that's contributions? That's contributions. Money makes this thing go round, and that's what she's gonna need to win this whole thing. This young lady is the first step to a new Boston. Can I hear it on that? I am going to yield the microphone to Representative Liz Miranda, who in her own right is a rock star. Come on, give me up, come on. She gets a lot done, not just for her constituents, but for the entire city. Ma'am?
What's up, everybody? You guys here for the woo? Thank you. I'm the other Creole. I'm Cape Verdean, so I don't papea Creole, but I speak Crioulo. So I want to say boa noite para todo. My name is Rep. Liz Miranda, and I have the honor of representing the mighty 5th Suffolk District. So I'm a little bit out of place. I'm up the road in Grove Hall all the way to Roxbury and Dorchester. But I'm here to do what I do best, and that is to shake things up and to speak truth even when my voice might shake, and to elevate the voices of the incredible people who elected me to this office. I want Boston to know that Haitians are Bostonians too. African Americans and Latinos are Bostonians too. And so are Cabo Verdeanos too. We are Boston. And I'm proud to stand here today with you in the heart of what people would call sometimes Dorchester, sometimes Mattapan. You know, the lines get changed sometimes. Celebrating the culture and the people of this community with immense gratitude for the people whose shoulders we stand on. People like Linda Dorsina Forey. People like Senator Diane Wilkerson, Byron Rushing, Gloria Fox, and Chuck Turner, and Doris Bunty. We have not had the political power we deserve because we are already giants in our communities. And we need to elect a mayor that will make sure that Black and brown people are at the center and leading, not at the back and at the side. So I want to thank you because it's an honor of my lifetime to understand and help other people understand that this election is not about either of these candidates shaping the black agenda. We get to shape the black agenda. Black people get to shape the agenda that they need. And we know that Michelle will be accountable to us and to our agenda. Michelle has empowered us to lead on the greatest policy issues of our time, to be behind the driver's wheel and the ones to shape our own future. She represents a new vision, a new generation, a new power for all communities who have always been historically discounted and disenfranchised. We are worth more than what the politics of the past really claim. Equity and justice is not maintaining the status quo or the politics of this past that I talk about. This election is about who has power and who doesn't. Michelle represents a vision for Boston where all of us have the power we need to shape our own future. This community has had the highest number of vacant lots and disinvestment. The reality is, from the politics of the past, Blue Hill Ave doesn't look like VFW Parkway, but it should. Columbia Road doesn't look like VFW Parkway. Our parks don't look like the Boston Common, and it's time to change that.
Yes! Talk about it.
I have to talk about it because it's the truth. This community has had the highest rate of young people, yet we don't have the adequate spaces for young people to go and be safe. And we need those spaces to provide the critical services to build up the next generation. That reality is also from the politics of the past. I refuse to believe that Boston's black agenda is only defined by a message of deficit. Because talent is everywhere in our city. But access to opportunity has been scarce. And I know that as a first generation born American to Cape Verdean immigrants. That reality is also politics from the past. So I'm going to end by saying we have an opportunity here, and I'm talking to people who are here, people who are looking at people's lives, people who are driving by, that we have an opportunity in this election to shape our own narrative and our own agenda. But only if we elect a new reality and a new mayor that represents a new Boston where we all have power. So give it up for our next mayor of Boston, Michelle Wu, who is ready to lead with and for all of us. Thank you so much, everybody. Merci.
So next up to the mic is going to be Kelly Chung, marketing executive. Kelly worked with Leonard Lee, and this was Leonard's campaign headquarters. And as his race was winding down, he said to me, do you think the Wu campaign would like to have a situation right here on Blue Hill Avenue to talk to all of the people in this neighborhood? And I said, Leonard, I don't even have to answer that question because you know the answer to that question. So with that said, I'm going to turn the mic over to Kelly, and she's going to bring you remarks from Leonard, who, oh, by the way, is vacationing. Give it up for Kelly.
Hi, everybody. If you've ever run for an office, you know you need a break.
Yes.
Yeah, you do need a break. So I'm here on behalf of Leonard Lee, as Sheriff Tompkins said. He's very pleased to be able to pass this space on to you, candidate Michelle Wu. He grew up in this neighborhood, as many of you know, a noted Dorchester activist, given out thousands of masks over the past year and a half, not only here in Boston and the state of Massachusetts, but in the Caribbean and elsewhere around the United States. And because he grew up in this neighborhood, and he has said that he supports Michelle Wu, he supports your candidacy, he's known you for many years, as long as you've been in office. He feels that you have demonstrated the love and commitment to the neighborhoods of Roxbury, Dorchester, and Mattapan, where Leonard grew up, and that you have been able to address the issues of housing, education, economic development, transit, and public safety. He has called you a born leader who cares about the community, and he feels that the neighborhood has been moved, touched, and inspired by the values and vision that you've expressed in your campaign. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Come on, you can do better than that. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Everyone will be dancing.
There you go. And one more round of applause for Leonard Lee, please. So I've known Michelle for years, and Michelle is the ultimate taskmaster. She can do a number of things at one time so effortlessly. It's really tough stuff, but she makes it look good. That's who we need in City Hall. As the city, as the country is changing, we need a taskmaster to handle the duties that's going to be incumbent upon her in her new office. And so, as I said before, make sure you tell your friends and your family and your neighbors to get out and vote, to phone bank, to canvass, to contribute. We need to get this one young woman into office. With that said, I'm going to yield the microphone to Mari, Constituent Services Director for the Michelle Wu campaign.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening. Buenas tardes. I gotta speak Spanish for a second because I see some people here that speak Spanish. So, bienvenidos a todos. Mil gracias por recibirnos a este hogar que no es mío, es suyo, es nuestro. Thank you all so much for welcoming us today. We really are blessed to be here. Can I do a quick ask? If you are staff, campaign staff, can you just please quickly raise your hand? Yeah, just shout out, of course, shout out always, but we are going to be here after. So please come talk to us about how you can continue your support, and there'll be one more message at the end. But I just want to introduce somebody who does not need introducing. I've had the pleasure of meeting him a couple of times via Zoom, and now in person, officially, thankfully. I'll read a very quick bio of him. Mr. Jean-Claude Sonon. That's right. Is a leader and a trailblazer in the Boston Haitian community, a language services provider, which makes me respect you even 10 times more. Radio announcement, community advocate, and so much more. And we are so honored to be receiving the endorsement that you have helped get for us today. So, thank you.
This is the rhythm that the white man told us. You can't use this, because if you do, you're not French. You understand? The old rhythm of the rara of the Haitians, there's nothing like it. If it's boom on Broad Avenue, you'll find everybody dancing. To this tune, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to remove this mask. By the way, if I do sound much better than everybody else behind this microphone, it's because I used it on a daily basis. And I could remember when Patrick Deval, every time that I took the mic before him, he says, man, I wish I had this voice. But anyhow, listen, I'm going to humble myself, which is what I want to continue teaching to this young lady, because we need humbleness into the office. And somebody who's humble certainly will pay the attentions of listening to us, talking with us, and acting together with us. I love this whole word from her that says partnership. Before I began, the reasons that brought us here was over a year ago. I sat down on a little table at a coffee store with a young woman, and that was Michelle Wu. Before she introduced her first ad to the public, and she said, Jean-Claude, I need to hear from you first. And I had the opportunity of listening to it, and after that I said, listen, you got my blessing. Several things were promised. I didn't know that it was going to come to this day, but it arrived to this day. And to this day, I have brought with me a bunch of brothers and sisters who are here. I'm going to ask them to please come behind me, gentlemen and ladies. Let's groom ourselves together, because today is the day that we certainly going to endorse and honor Michelle Wu as the next mayor for the city of Boston. I know some of them have gone, and if my son is here and he's trying to shy it away not to be in the picture, Mark, please come forward. Come on, gentlemen, don't let me call you. Michelle, Pastor Montbleu. Now, I know that there are some others who are just behind either a telephone or something else, but they're doing their things. But to every single Haitians who are here in the house, Aïe Bobo!
Aïe Bobo!
This is a slave term that if you learn it, you'll understand how we get our happiness from. First and foremost, I want to thank Attorney Kirby Orbison for reading my mind and call on me to start putting together a list of leaders and start communicating about endorsing the next mayor of the city of Boston. I want to thank the handful of people who have gathered here this afternoon that came together and participating and processing of our selections. We didn't just go like this. We had the opportunity to meet with both candidates. We listened to both of them, then we decide. Now, you're gonna, come on man, come on over, be part of the family. Our endorsement today is a true picture of our community, where as leaders in the political spectrum, former candidates who are here, business owners, activists, and concerned citizens come together to make a choice. And that choice is none other than Michelle! We can certainly see a Michelle Wu in each and every one of us who is willing to embark in this journey, but most importantly, to respect the contract that she's going to make with us once at the helm of the city government. We'll hold her feet to the fire, and if they don't have strong bones, Michelle start putting some milk in them by making sure that no one will turn your head around for the decisions you're about to partake is full inclusions all throughout your terms. The reasons we came together is because each of us found some commonality that triggers us to support and endorse Michelle Wu. Nobody here today is being pressured to make these historic decisions. They have worked hard thus far in their selections. I will congratulate you guys for really pushing the button to really get Michelle elected. We're not here today just simply to talk about elections on November 2nd. When you got the Haitian backup, you got the Haitian backup. Just like they had the Haitian backup in the past, they have gotten their independence, they have gotten so much from us, and they kick us afterwards. But today we're gonna have a partner who is not gonna kick us along the line, but who's gonna work with us, stand with us, and really supporting part of our dreams. As if it's something that's so easy. I says, I can't. And you know why? Because it takes a lot of work. It's not just word, it's actions. Okay? Get out there and do the work. Get your persons that you believe in elected. And guess what? It's a phone call. It's a knock on the door. It's seeing somebody in the street. It's to sell the product, and that product is none other than Michelle. So I said, I will not do any more endorsement. And lately, ever since that I have come with this group and endorse someone, they always get elected. You have a few of them down at City Hall right now, I'll tell you that much. And even where we were fired and where we are in Washington. But when I call on them, they step up. And I want to thank you, gentlemen and ladies, because that's what the community is all about, building bridges together. And we are going to build something a lot more stronger than we ever anticipated, than Boston has ever seen, that's going to make history coming up November 2nd. Now, truly, I have good partners in here, but I'll tell you one thing though. We are not simply endorsing you today. We're going to put our commitment forth behind you. Whether if it's help raising some of the money, because we know some of the marketing has to be done. We want to see more ads out there, that's for sure. We want to make sure that we step on the street together with you. We do the door knocking. We do everything that it takes. We do the canvassing. And we take the Haitian media. This is one media that you don't play with, because I'll tell you, when we come together, we certainly galvanize the word out, and people do get out. And I'll tell you one thing though, Haitians gonna come out and we're gonna make people shocked. That's what's gonna happen on November 2nd. So on behalf of all the guys who are here and the girls, we are endorsing Michelle Wu as the next mayor of the city of Boston, because she's a progressive candidate that will reconcile our city and mend all fences by uniting our city via equities for all. Also by setting up a table at City Hall where every community member will be a partner and be well represented on every need without any exclusions. With that, I now leave you with the next mayor of the city of Boston, Michelle!
Bonsoir tout le monde. Buenas tardes. 大家晚上好. I'm so grateful to stand with incredible leaders, activists, community members who represent, who are the city of Boston. That's right. Welcome to our new home. And in many ways, today and this office opening represents what we hope our campaign and our movement will do. Standing on the shoulders of those who have come before us, paying homage and building on the legacy of investing in our communities, of fighting relentlessly for not what we are told is possible, not the breadcrumbs, but what we know is possible, what we know we deserve. I'm so grateful to follow in the footsteps of so many leaders who are here today. Of course, Sheriff Steve Tompkins, Rep Liz Miranda, Mariangeli, our entire Wu team, thank you so much. And it is incredibly, especially meaningful to be here opening our new home with so many Haitian leaders who represent the voices, the residents, the families that we will make sure are at the center of our conversations. Thank you for everything you've done in the community. This election is about the future of our city. There is a big choice before us in the city of Boston at a time when we know what's at stake, when our families have gone through so much in the pandemic, but bearing the burden of the crises that were around long before COVID-19. Long before this virus, we were already fighting for housing stability in this community. We were already fighting to see the impacts of investments from the city coming to our local small businesses. We were already fighting for safety and justice and reforms to our public safety and police. We were fighting for the burdens and the injustices of the environment and climate to have the attention that it deserves. We've been fighting for access to quality schools for every single one of our kids. And I'm here today, standing in community, to make a pledge that we will not stop fighting. We will bring the momentum of this community, of this city, into City Hall to make sure that we are reaching for that bold, bright future that we all know is possible and that we deserve. This is a city whose history has reshaped the history of this country. We are a city that always stands up to fight the important fights, from the founding days, through civil rights, through marriage equality, through the innovations time after time, when people said, just wait. Don't do it, too expensive, too complicated, too pie in the sky. But each and every time we got it done. We got it done on the city council in fighting for language access to be the new norm, and ensuring that we would bring justice when big companies were trying to raise rents, or when workers needed paid parental leave. We have changed what is possible through city government. And there's something very, very special. The most direct contact, the deepest relationship with our communities is right here at the city level.
All right now.
And so I agree with Jean-Claude that we will make sure that the tables in City Hall reflect and represent the expertise and the diversity of our community. But I want to add on more to that, because the decisions won't just be happening in City Hall. We're going to get City Hall out of City Hall into the neighborhoods, into our communities, into our streets, block by block. We are going to make sure, starting from day one, that the dollars that the City of Boston spends through public contracts go directly into our communities, building a thriving Black business community, ensuring that we are multiplying our dollars and building generational wealth. We will make sure that our cabinet and our city staff reflect all of Boston. We'll make sure that the resources go to communities who need relief, who need prevention, who need support, where the work is already happening to disrupt and interrupt and prevent violence and trauma, but we just need to pour into those efforts already being led on the ground by community activists and leaders. We will ensure that our schools reflect what's possible in this mecca of education, that our youngest future leaders, bright-eyed and beautiful, get every possible ounce of our energy in lifting them up and making sure that we are pouring into them. Let's put a BPS mom in charge of our city. And most of all, we will make sure that this is not about a conversation that ends on election day. Right? That is not what we are here to do. When we are asking for votes in community, we are actually asking to listen to the visions of community members for how we build our momentum, build the movement to get things done in office. And so I promise you that we will never stop fighting together for that city we dream of, the city that is possible, the city of Boston that reflects the challenges and hopes of every single one of our families. So welcome to our home. We hope you will stay and party with us tonight, and then we will get on the doors and make sure that we get out to every single family. Thank you so much for being with us. I am so honored to have your support and so excited to run this next 4 weeks with you all. Thank you so much.